So I'm in my big Vegepod here, and I've just been doing my usual root stay, weeding and maintenance, which means that I just go and any kind of roots that I've got growing in the garden, I just check around them, check them for any kind of pests or any diseases at all. In this case, these are my winter radish in here. Most of my winter radish, I've also got a bed of them in the garden. And I just wanted to, so what I've been doing with these is, I don't know whether you've grown winter radish before, but they are absolutely delicious. They're called Mooli as well. So there's two types that I grow. I grow the long white one, which is the Mooli radish, and I also grow the round black one. They call it the Spanish radish here in the UK. And they're both very, very different, but very delicious in the winter. And what I do with these is, you can see the leaves get really big on these plants. I had a lot of problems with caterpillars with them as well, and I'm hoping actually every now and then one drops off. So they are hibernating in here, but I think the majority of them gone. But what happens is, from the bottom, like any plant really, the leaves start kind of rotting. And what I don't want is, I don't want to encourage slugs and snails. And yes, you do get slugs and snails in a Vegepod. I've had this Vegepod for quite a few years now, and they do come. So even though you've got something that's up off the ground, you are going to get slugs and snails, because they're a lot of the time they're actually in egg form in your compost. So they then hatch and you're stuck with them. And what I thought was, and I'm hoping this is going to work, is I've got a Mooli at the back here that is looking particularly good. What they do is, they're a little bit, they're like a normal radish. When they start to develop and when they're nearly ready, they start pushing up off the ground. I do have some other radish here. Let me just show you, see if I can move my camera. And these, I was going to keep the seeds for them. Okay. So see that there? Oh, you can't really see. See those radishes there? See how they push up off the soil? Well, that's what radish do when they're virtually ready. So let's just take us back up here again. There we are. I'll just take it up a little bit further. I've got some overwintering spring cabbage in here as well. They were just getting a little bit too wet outside, and see the leaves have just gone a little bit yellow at the bottom. So I've just put them here. It's because I have a frost cover over this Vegepod, and it stops the rain coming in. They seem to be good. Okay, shall we do this? And also what I'm finding is some of the radishes aren't really forming, so I'm just pulling those out as well. Oh, look. Bane of my existence. Look. A slug. And I can see at the back here, this has been a real problem this year, even though they are very, very cute, are these little fellas. These tiny little snails. I wonder if he's going to pop his head out. They've been a real problem this year. Never really had issues with these little fellas before, but this year, yes, big issue. All summer long. Righto. I'm going to treat it like I would a carrot. So I push down first. Oh wow. There we are. Little bit of a funny thing going on the end, but look. That is a winter Mooli radish. Okay, so what do we do with these? You know what, they're really nice. So they are beautiful in any kind of Japanese dish. And what you do is you slice them really thinly sliced, and then you just ever so slightly pickle them in a really light kind of make sure it's like a white wine vinegar, and with some sugar, and just pickle them a little bit, and they are gorgeous on anything like a ramen, any noodles that you do, any stir fry that you do. They also are really good with fish, if you like any kind of fish, and they are absolutely delicious. So that is my first white Mooli radish, and as you can see from the smile on my face, I'm very, very happy.